Types of Musharakah. The following are the types of Musharakah. Let's start with the constant or permanent Musharakah. Under this, partners' shares in the capital remains constant or permanent throughout the contract period. Partners can sell their shares to a third party, and the profit is shared at a pre-agreed ratio, and losses borne in proportion to the capital contribution. Constant or permanent musharakah is applied to partnership businesses, including those in a law firm or a doctor's clinic, etc. However, Islamic banks are less interested to be part of a constant musharakah. Second, we have the temporary musharakah, which involves a single transaction or short-term financing, maximum of 1 year, but can be renewed each year if required. The common application of temporary musharakah is with respect to working capital financing. And we have the third very important type of musharakah, what we call musharakah mutanakisa, or musharakah muntahiya bitamlik, or diminishing musharakah. Diminishing musharakah is a joint ownership contract with agreement at the onset that one party will purchase the shares of the other partners over the contract period at a pre-agreed price. Repurchase can be at regular intervals or at the convenience of the purchasing partner. In Islamic banking, the borrower or entrepreneur purchase the shares of the Islamic bank as partner, with bank shares declining and finally becoming zero, while the other partner's share is increasing, reaching 100%, and the partner then becomes the sole proprietor. Diminishing musharakah is used by Islamic banks to finance retail customers for fixed assets like real estate, vehicle, etc., and corporate customers for project finance, trade finance, and working capital finance. Also, under diminishing musharakah, profit is shared on a pre-agreed ratio and is revised after each purchase installment, thereby changing the ownership interest or percentages. With the changes in ownership, potential liabilities and losses also change. Diminishing musharakah involves three contracts. First, a contract of joint ownership between client and the Islamic bank. Second, the lease contract between bank and the client, where the bank agrees to lease its portion of the asset to the client. And third, a sales contract, which stipulates that the client would purchase the bank share gradually and at pre-agreed intervals and price. We also have special types of musharakah. We have the musharakah al-milk. As a general rule, there are two forms of musharakah. Shirkatul Milk, and Shirkatul Akad. Shirkatul Akad is a partnership by mutually agreed contract and is the most common underlying application of Musharakah, where capital contribution may be in kind or services provided. However, Musharaka al-Milk involves property that the partners have acquired through a specific contract or via inheritance. The second special type of musharaka is wuju musharaka or partnership of goodwill, which is an interesting application of musharaka, where one or more of the partners do not contribute financially but contribute their goodwill, brand name, or their track record. And this suitable for financing franchising projects.